Hello, this is Mike with Trade Winds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Intech OVR Expedition series. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things so you can get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to think about when you're parking this. On your campsite, I want you to leave plenty of room for that awning to come out. You'll know once you get it open. And on your off campsite, I want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. They're both going to be above your rear tire. Power here, water here, campsites. By your rear tire on your driver's side or your tow vehicle, or as they call it, off campsite on your trailer. Once we arrive, we're going to unhook our hitch and level our unit with our power tongue jack. At night docking light, should you arrive at night, simply extend to raise, retract to lower. Get your unit level. Once it's level, we'll stabilize it. Now, should you lose power under this rubber stopper right here, your hand crank, your stabilizing jacks, will get on this bolt and get this up and down without power. Fair warning, just saw me take this off. That's what these do to your hands. Something in the rubber bakes in the sun, so don't take it off unless you have to. Keep your hands from getting all black. Alright, again, should lose power, get that up and down. Once we got that level, next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. You have the hand crank or a 3/4 inch socket on a drill gun. I don't recommend using impact drivers. Impact drivers are kind of strong and pull that mechanism apart in there. I am going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads will protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris, keep them from sinking into the hot blacktop. Keep that kind of loose, so that'll come down good. Put them down, run these down just until they're taut. Remember, our unit's already level. We just want to stabilize it. Once it feels like it's going to lift the unit, go ahead and stop. Get all 4 of those down, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. These ones here go down from the side. Then we can hook up our power and water. Big long 30 amp cord plugs in here on the side, kind of like a pistol grip. Push that in at 10 o'clock, turn it to noon, put on your black washer, and you are all set. Now, should you need to plug into a 110, there's a 30 to 15 amp reducer that'll go on the end of this. There's your power. Let's hook up your water. At campsites, we're going to come in here and hook up to the right side, which is city water connection. First of all, grab your water pressure regulator, because you don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites. This is going to reduce the water pressure to about 45 psi. Hook that up. Hook up your hose. Go ahead and turn that hose on. Go inside, open up your water lines. Sinks, showers, get a nice steady flow of water going through all those. All the air out of the lines, shut them off, and you are all set to camp. Now let's say you're going to go dry camping. We're not going to be at a campsite. In that case, we're going to fill up our fresh water. No need for a water pressure regulator on this side. Just gravity fill this with a hose. There's 2 ways to tell it's full. There's an overflow valve down here, or on the inside where you check the level of your black and gray tanks, there's also a freshwater button. Keep an eye on that while you're filling it up. Once it's full, put that cap back on there, and then whenever you want to utilize that water, you'll turn on your water pump indoors. Don't turn on your water pump and hooked up to city water over here. A little flap here in case you want to close this and run them, still be able to run your water line down. All right, we're all set to camp. We got power and water. We'll walk you around the rest of the unit, continuing here on the off camp side up front. Big storage area here. This is a vent because underneath your seating inside is where your batteries are stored. That's a vent for your batteries. Stinky slinky container, we like to call them. That's where you store your sewage hose. Low point drains. Your sewage and wastewater are black and gray tanks. Down there's where we'll dump those. We'll talk about that when we leave the campsite. Again, our power above that is where you plug in your cable for your at campsites. Here's where you can plug in the solar panel that can trickle charge your batteries. Flue for your furnace, a few things on that. One, make sure it's never blocked 2 if you are running your furnace, steer clear of these. They do get hot. And also we sell bug guards for these. Good investment. Mud dauber wasps like to get up in these. For some reason they like the heat. Get some screens over that. Again, our fresh and city water. Hot water heater. Line is on, zero's off. This has to be turned on out here in order for you to set your temperature indoors. Hot and cold shower. This spray pour hose will come out. Or not a spray pour hose, not a hot and cold shower, but an area where you can spray water at. Storage. Coming around to our campsite. You got a couple of 110s out here. Your awning will run that out from inside. This is a magnet to hold your door open. Griddle, push down here, pull that out. Reach in here with your quick connect LP right here. That's off, that's on. Pre-seasoned griddle top. And cooler, of course. Coming up front, your propane is on a regulator. Just pointed toward the tank you used to be using. Lefty loosey to open. Spare tire, I recommend getting a cover for this. That's just going to sit and bake in the sun all day. You want a good spare tire when you need it. So go ahead and get a cover for that. Highly recommended. That covers everything out here. Let's go check out the inside. Coming up inside the unit, first thing I always point out is your fire extinguisher. Make sure that anyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway. Coming up, we got 110 with GFCI reset, porch and then cabinet and main lights. Awning LED turn on over here. Everything over here is concerning our awning. Off, on, in and out. Let's go ahead and press out. Let that run itself out. I'll turn my LED lights back on. There they are. So this will run out by itself. Nothing you have to do to it. Some people leave them out in light rain. I'm just a big fan of bringing them in any type of rain. Rain usually means high winds, and winds are the enemy of awnings. As it continues to run itself out, you can stop it at any time. You can press in at any time. And again, turn on and off our LED lighting. Let that run itself back in. Coming up from here, kitchen accent lighting. Max air vent. Turn that on and that will open and turn on your max air vent here. 4 different speeds on that. Very cool system. Turn it off, it closes and shuts it off. As my awning comes back in, I'll try to unmagnetize my door. There we go. Pretty strong magnet on there. And tell you, these doors work best when gently slammed. Awning is off. Up here is where you turn on your hot water heater. So here's the secret with the hot water heater. Some people set this anywhere from 115 to 120. You're gonna set this at whatever temperature you're comfortable using hot water at, so you don't have to mix any cold with it. That's gonna utilize the best use of your hot water. Set this where you're comfortable taking a shower at without having to mix any cold. Mix it if you need to cool down, but generally set this where you're comfortable with that. It's on demand. Just turn on your hot water heater and it'll come on. AM, FM, Bluetooth, stereo here. Turn it on, see if I can pick up anything they got on Bluetooth. See, I always test it. If I get any channels to come inside this metal building here. Turn that up. Once we're going to scan. There we go. So, nice sound system. Okay, shut it off. Up here is where we would check the level of our battery. If you want to see the true level of your battery, unplug it, because when this is plugged in, it'll always show full, black, fresh, and gray tank. They have fresh water buttons when I said to hold down while you're filling up your freshwater tank. Here's where you turn on the water pump to get to that freshwater tank. Tank heater and line heaters, those are 12 volt pads that are on your lines to keep them from freezing. If you're in inclement weather and you think they might freeze, turn them on. Smoke alarm right inside the door. Coming in the unit. This top, literally just turn that to light, hit your spark here. There's that one. Sometimes you might have to bleed your line. There it goes. To get gas into the lines. If this don't want to fall, you gotta lift it. There's a whole manual on your speed cook microwave convection grill. Don't know how they work exactly, but your manual will tell you how they do. Norcold fridge, I do. Turn that on over here. So whatever's white is what we're setting our temperature at. So right now we're on our freezer. Set that on 5. Set the fridge on, say, 3. And then this is night mode. It's telling the fridge, hey, I'm not going to be opening and closing you as much. Please save me some power. And it does somehow. Get off here. We'll come right back into the bedroom. We got a little hanger here. Set that up to hang clothing on. There's shade to pull down here. Your bedroom speakers. 2-touch lighting. I think one will get it blue. Hold it in and it's a white reader. Charging ports. Bedroom lights you can shut off from laying down. Another max air vent. Right here. And another smoke alarm. Check that off here. Go to our thermostat. There's only 3 settings on this. It's real simple. There's a fan, high and low. There's a cool and a heat. So I'm gonna go straight to cool because it is, I think, 96 degrees in here right now. Bias on the AC. Open that up to blast it down. So you see when you shut your AC off, so, oops, cycle all the way through to off. It shuts off rather quickly. Whereas if I cycle through to heat, I don't even know if it would kick on because it's 96 in here. Would this go over 96? 97, okay, 99. That should kick your heater on. Here's your return for that, so you can hear it right there. There it goes. Now you will notice when I shut that off, that actually does take a couple minutes for your heat fan or furnace fan to cycle through before it shuts off. I'm gonna go back over here and turn that air on again. I'll turn the fan on low. I can run while I'm in here. It's rather warm. Alright, coming inside here, when you arrive at the campsite, flush your toilet. Put several gallons of water into your black tank. Your black tank will thank you later before you put solids into it. TV, I just want to say, when you arrive at the campsite, go in here, run a digital channel scan so that you can pick up all the local channels. There's a remote for that sound system as well. That off. Charging port back here. And I'm going to show you how to bring your top bunk down. It's real simple. Push forward on that one. Push forward on that one. It's going to drop the whole thing down. Push it right over to the wall. Reach up top and pull it towards you. And there's your bunk. Putting it back. Stand here. Lift it up. Pull the bottom towards you. It's all hydraulic, so it does it real easy. But when you push up, you'll hear it click in. I think that about covers everything in here. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. I like to start by shutting all my lights off. Water heater is off. Come back here and turn my AC off. More lights. Then I say doors and drawers. Walk through the unit. Make sure all doors and drawers are closed. I'm gonna go over here and turn on my kitchen accent so I can see. Make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Everything is secure for travel. Exit the unit. Alright, for our dry camping, we're going to bring up our stabilizing jacks. Come over here underneath our hot water heater and dump that. That's going to be our freshwater drag. And head on home to the nearest dump station whenever you're in need of. If we're at a campsite, we'll unhook our power, our water, our cable, bring up our stabilizing jacks and head on up to the dump station. Now, the dump station parked accordingly. Your dump's going to be right in front of your tire on your driver's side of your tow vehicle, in front of the front tire, and you got 10-foot hose comes your convenience pack. We're going to hook that up, and it says sewage holding over here, so that's where you're going to start. You're going to pull that black tank. That sounds like it's no longer draining. We'll close that up and pull our gray tank. It's going to be cleaner water, your sinks and your showers. As we clean everything out while that's draining, go ahead and open up our low point drains. When that gray is done, close that up, take your sewage hose and conveniently and sanitarily store it right here in your bumper and head on home. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this OVR for many years to come. Happy camping.